Well, 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 look who crawled out of their RV of mediocrity to prove they're the ultimate Breaking Bad fan. Spare me. You probably can't even spell Albuquerque without autocorrect. This quiz is going to vaporize your fragile ego faster than Jesse Pinkman vaporizing brain cells. So buckle up, trivia junkie, because by the time I'm done, you'll be crying in a Los Pollos Hermanos bathroom, questioning every life choice that led you here. Let's cook your last shred of self-respect. 4 levels of difficulty, 30 questions each, and if for some reason it isn't blatantly obvious, huge spoiler alert here. Are you ready, there you Heisenberg wannabe? Then let's go! Level 1, the casual viewer, i.e. easy. Questions most viewers who finish the series should know. What subject does Walter White teach in high school? Chemistry. What type of vehicle do Walt and Jesse first use as a mobile meth lab? An RV, a 1986 Bounder motorhome. What is Jesse Pinkman's signature swear word?
Yo, don't you cover for him, bitch. I ask you a straight-up question, I expect a straight-up answer.
What color is the highly pure methamphetamine that Walt and Jesse produce? Blue. What is Walter White's criminal alias? Heisenberg. What is the name of the fast food chicken restaurant that serves as a front for Gus Fring's drug empire? Los Pollos Hermanos. What is the name of Walt's brother-in-law who works for the DEA? Hank Schrader. What is the name of the shady, fast-talking lawyer Walt and Jesse hire? Saul Goodman. What specific type of cancer is Walter White diagnosed with in the first episode? Stage 3 lung cancer. What company did Walter White co-found and then sell his shares in for only $5,000? Grey Matter Technologies. Who is Bogdan Wolonets? Walt's boss and owner of the car wash. What is the name of Walter and Skylar's son? Walter Jr. or Flynn. What iconic piece of clothing does Heisenberg often wear on his head? A black pork pie hat. Who is Gus Fring's stoic fixer and right-hand man? Mike Ehrmantraut. Which character is obsessed with minerals? Hank Schrader. What symbolic object with a half-burnt face is repeatedly shown floating in Walt's pool? A pink teddy bear. Where is Breaking Bad primarily set? Albuquerque, New Mexico. Mike Ehrmantraut is seen putting money away for who? His granddaughter, Kaylee. What is Marie Schrader's favorite color, seen throughout her house and clothing? Purple. How does Gus Fring die? He is killed by a pipe bomb planted on Hector Salamanca's wheelchair. What is the name of Jesse's customer who gets killed by an ATM machine? Spooge. What is the name of the boy on the dirt bike that Todd shoots after the train heist? Drew Sharp. What is the name of the episode famously set almost entirely inside the Superlab, with Walt and Jesse hunting a single pest? Fly. Who utters the iconic line, "I am the one who knocks"?
You clearly
Walter White.
don't know who you're talking to, so let me clue you in. I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me? No. I am the one who knocks.
What was Jesse's ridiculous street name to which he had a matching vanity plate? The Cap'n. What is the street name given to Walt and Jesse's blue meth? Blue Sky. What was the name of Hank Schrader's DEA partner before he got promoted? Steve Gomi Gomez. What business do Walt and Skylar eventually buy to launder their money? The A1A Car Wash. What does Walter White build in the final episode to kill Jack Welker's gang? A remote-controlled M60 machine gun rig in the trunk of his car. How does Hector Salamanca communicate? Level 2. The Attentive Fan, Medium. Questions for fans who paid close attention to characters and plot details. What was the name of the pest control company with the yellow tents? Vamonos Pest. What are the numbers on the lottery ticket for? GPS coordinates to the buried money. And later, for Hank's burial site. What is the name of the drug kingpin who snorts Walt's product from the tip of a knife? Tuco Salamanca. What specific meal does Walter Jr. famously love for breakfast? Raisin Bran Crunch. What is the name of the junkyard owner who helps Walt and Jesse on multiple occasions, including with the RV and the giant magnet? Old Joe. What was Gail Bettika's passionate hobby outside of cooking meth? Singing karaoke, specifically to Major Tom by Peter Schilling. What is the full, ominous name of the retirement home where Walt visits Hector Salamanca? Casa Tranquila. Who warns Hank about the hit on his life? Gus Fring, through an anonymous tip. What are the names of Jesse's two slacker friends and dealers? Badger, Brandon Mayhew, and Skinny Pete, Peter. What substance does Walt use to poison Brock Cantillo? Lily of the Valley berries. What is the name of the German parent company and conglomerate that funded Gus's operation? Madrigal Electromotive GmbH. In Season 2, what is the cryptic 4-episode-long message hidden in the episode titles 737, Down, Over, and ABQ? They foreshadow the 737 plane crashing down over Albuquerque. What is the name of Jesse's younger, overachieving brother? Jake Pinkman. What job did Mike Ehrmantraut do before becoming Gus's fixer? He's a former Philadelphia cop. What does Jesse create in his high school woodshop class that he later tries to trade for meth? A small, intricately carved wooden box.
Have you tried turning it off and back on again?
What is the name of the rehab group leader who counsels Jesse? Paul. What brand of beer does Hank brew at home? Trader Brow. What is the meth purity Walter achieves? %99.1%. What is Saul Goodman's real name? Jimmy McGill. What mental health disorder does Marie battle with? Kleptomania, an uncontrollable urge to steal, even when the items are not needed and may not be valuable. What is the name of Todd's pet tarantula that he kept from the Drew Sharp murder? Drew. What is the name of the laser tag business that Saul Goodman suggests Walt and Jesse use as a money laundering front? Laserbase. What country was Gus Fring's meth cooking partner, Max Arsenjäger, from? Chile. What specific ingredient does Lydia Rodarte Quayle insist on having in her chamomile tea? Stevia. What are the last words Mike Ehrmantraut says to Walter White? Shut the F up and let me die in peace. Which character found himself waiting and waiting in a DEA safe house? Huel Babineau, Saul Goodman's bodyguard.
How long you gonna be?
As long as it takes to keep you safe.
The stylized golden bee logo on chemical barrels are for which company? Golden Moth Chemical. Who gave Walt the copy of Leaves of Grass? Gail Bettiker. Gus had 3 main henchman employees: Mike Ehrmantraut, Victor, and Tyrus Kitt. In the final season, Heisenberg delivers an iconic line as he demands Declan to do what?
Now, say my name.
Heisenberg.
You're goddamn right.
Level 3, the Superfan. Hard. For the fans who have rewatched the series and remember the fine details. What is the specific model of Walt's daily car at the start of the series, the infamous beige-green vehicle? A 2004 Pontiac Aztek. What is the name of the obnoxious businessman whose BMW Walt blows up in Season 1? Ken wins. Jesse's red bouncing car with the Cap'n vanity plate was what kind of car? '82 Chevrolet Monte Carlo. What is the name of the high school where Walt worked as a chemistry teacher? J.P. Wynne High School. What song is playing on the car radio as Walt drives away in the final scene of the episode Gliding Over All after killing Mike's 9 guys in prison? Crystal Blue Persuasion by Tommy James and the Shondells. Who killed Andrea Cantillo? Todd Alquist. What is the full name of the air traffic controller, James' father, who was responsible for the mid-air collision? Donald Margolis. According to Jesse, what is the secret ingredient in his original meth recipe before partnering with Walt? Chili powder. What is the name of the Phoenix-based drug distributor who briefly partners with Walt after Gus's death? Declan. In the episode Salud, what specific high-end brand of tequila does Gus use to poison Don Eladio and the cartel leadership? Zafiro Añejo. What is Jesse's middle name? Bruce. Which well-known comedian played Saul Goodman's henchman Patrick Kuby? Bill Burr. What is the name of the vacuum repair business Ed Galbraith runs that also has some extra services? Best quality vacuum repair. What chemical is used to dissolve bodies in acid? Hydrofluoric acid. What is the name of the support group Jesse attends with Skinny Pete and Badger, where he tries to sell meth? Narcotics Anonymous. Peter Schuler, the head of the fast food division of Madrigal Electromotive, tasted which experimental condiment in a taste test that ended up being his last meal?
Dies hier ist eine neue Konzeption und wir finden sie echt prima. Halb French Dressing, halb Ranch. Wir nennen es einfach French. Haben Sie irgendeine Idee zum French?
Who dies via a box cutter? Victor. What was the car that Gus Fring drove? (1998) Volvo V70 station wagon. The purpose of the train heist was to acquire a large amount of what organic compound? Methylamine. In Felina, what are the names of Walt's former grey matter partners, Elliot and Gretchen Schwartz, doing on TV when he sees them? They are being interviewed by Charlie Rose. What was Jesse's band called in high school? Twat Hammer. What musical instrument does Skinny Pete masterfully play in the final season? The piano. Employees at Los Polos Hermanos must answer the phone with the restaurant's motto. What was it? Los Pollos Hermanos, where something delicious is always cooking. How many days was Walt missing during his fugue state in Season 2? Two days. Don Eladio, Hector Salamanca, Juan Balsa and others were part of which Mexican cartel? The Juarez cartel. The character Francesca Liddy is who in the series? Saul Goodman's secretary. What is the name of the businessman Skylar has a brief affair with? Ted Beneke. What is the specific request, password one must use to acquire Ed, the vacuum sales and repairman's extra services? One must ask for an adapter for a Hoover Max Extract Pressure Pro Model 60. What song by Badfinger plays in the final moments of the series finale? Baby Blue. What phrase does Walter ominously say to Skylar, claiming his criminal empire was all for himself?
I did it for me. I liked it. I was good at it.
Level 4. The Production Nerd. Expert. Questions about behind-the-scenes facts, production details, and trivia only an obsessive fan would know. Who created Breaking Bad? Vince Gilligan. Who played Ed, the Disappearer Galbraith? Robert Forrester. What is Hank reading while on the toilet right before he discovers Leaves of Grass? A magazine about minerals. In the original pilot script, what was Jesse Pinkman's fate at the end of Season 1? He was supposed to be killed off. The geographic coordinates Walt memorizes and buries his money at do not lead to the desert. Where do they actually point to in the real world? Q Studios, the filming location for the show in Albuquerque. What real-world event significantly shortened Season 1 from a planned 9 episodes to only 7 and changed the future for Jesse Pinkman? The 2007-2008 Writers Guild of America strike. What was the title of the episode that kills off Gus Fring? Face Off. What was the call sign for the 737 jet that crashes mid-air due to Jane's father Donald? Wayfarer 515. The character Clovis, who owned the tow yard, was related to which other character? He was Badger's cousin. What did the props department use to mimic the blue meth in seasons 1 and 2? Blue rock candy from a local candy shop called The Candy Lady in Albuquerque. The show is notable for being one of the last major television series to be shot entirely on what medium, giving it its distinct cinematic look. 35mm film. Bryan Cranston has a tattoo related to the show that he got on the final day of filming. What is it? The BRBA logo on the inside of his finger. The cousins, Lionel and Marco Salamanca, have a real-life connection. What is it? They are actual brothers, Luis and Daniel Moncada. What is the name of the episode where Hank dies? Ozymandias. The show's creator, Vince Gilligan, has a background writing for another acclaimed TV show. Which one? The X-Files. In Season 4, Episode 7, Saul Goodman compares Skylar White to the wife of a famous musician blamed for breaking up the band. Who was he referring to? Yoko Ono. To achieve the shot of the pizza landing perfectly on the roof in one take, what unusual prop trick did the crew use? They had a prop master on the roof ready to place it, but Bryan Cranston landed it perfectly on the first take by sheer luck. The actor who played Hector Tio Salamanca, Mark Margolis, does not use a wheelchair and can speak perfectly well. What famous gangster film is he also known for? Scarface. He played Alberto the Shadow. Which season features the train heist? Season 5. What was the name of the industrial laundry that Superlab was built under? Lavanderia Brillante. In the early 1980s, Giancarlo Esposito, aka Gus Fring, played a camp counselor on which children's show?
All right, Rusty, time to get up. I mean, if you don't want to get up, I guess you're gonna miss the milk and the orange juice, and the eggs. and the pancakes, and the oatmeal.
Oatmeal? You got marmalade?
Yeah, we got marmalade.
And I want to go bike ride.
Well, you can't go bike riding. This afternoon we go bike riding. This morning we play baseball.
How many different directors worked on the series across its 62 episodes? "27. The show's iconic theme music is unique because it lacks a prominent element found in most themes. What is it? A vocal track or melody line. It's almost entirely percussion and sound design. The term Felina, the title of the last episode, is an anagram of what word? Finale. What is the final body count attributed to Walter White's direct actions or orders throughout the series? "270. This includes the 167 victims of the Wayfarer 515 plane crash. Actor R.J. Mitty, who plays Walter Jr., has cerebral palsy in real life, but his condition is milder than his characters. What did he have to learn to do for the role? He had to learn how to walk on crutches and slow down his speech. The character of Ignacio Nacho Varga from Better Call Saul is first mentioned in Breaking Bad. In what context? When Saul is kidnapped by Walt and Jesse, he frantically blames Ignacio and asks if Lalo sent them. What is the only scene in the entire series that was filmed outside of New Mexico? The flashback scene of Walt's youth in the episode Hermanos, which was filmed in California. The New Hampshire scenes were also filmed in New Mexico. What did the pink teddy bear symbolize? The plane crash caused indirectly by Walter's actions. Who composed the score? Dave Porter. Would you look at that? You made it to the finale. But spoiler, you're still not the one who knocks. Let me know how you really did in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you're desperate enough for another round of disappointing failure. Thanks for coming out and doing your best. Melvin, out! Go on, treat yourself and click another video. Or you can go back to watching cats fall off furniture.